guys, my name is Kudzie Nicolle Mapiye, and on this channel I do videos about my life living here in Australia, and I also share different life lessons that I've learned along the way. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the price of cars in Australia, and as the video progresses you're going to just be seeing me going through a few car yards and showing you the different price ranges from low to high that you can find at the different car dealerships that are available. And I'm going to be focusing mainly on the lower cost to medium range cars, and there are more luxurious cars like that you can get, but I'm not focusing on those in the video. However, I will link a website down in the description below, which is carsales.com.au, and you can visit that website if you want to have a look at different cars that are available in Australia. And you can find I believe even like private car dealers there as well, and you can have an idea of how much you pay for a car. And one thing that I wanted to highlight in this video is, as you see me going through the different car yards and you see some of the prices, the car prices in Australia have gone up significantly since COVID. They have really like almost doubled. Like they have gone up so high, and I think it's because of like the shipping, and I'm not sure what it is, but I did notice a huge spike in the price of cars. And now it seems second-hand cars or private sellers have more affordable cars, but I don't show the privately sold vehicles in this video. However, you can search the website or look for privately sold vehicles like on Gumtree, some of the places that people can sell cars. And I'm not sure if they do it on like Facebook Marketplace and stuff, but if you're looking for a car, you can get one as cheap as even like $3,000. Like the ones that you see in the video are way more than that, but you can get like, you know, just a car for as cheap as $3,000 from a private seller. Now, I just want to share the difference between getting cars from a private seller and getting them from a dealership. And from my experience, my very first car that I bought was from a private seller. And I remember it was this little cute Toyota Yaris. I loved that car to bits. It looked so compact, so nice, like, you know, and it was my very first car, easy to drive, good on fuel. But the thing is, I didn't know, because it was a private seller, I didn't have enough history about this car. And I remember one day, about almost a year after I bought this vehicle, I had parked this car at work. Now I'm getting out of the car park. The engine starts shaking. Like I just put on the, you know, ignition. The car starts shaking like crazy. And I'm like, what's going on? And it was shaking all the way home. I took it to the mechanic and he's like, had a look at it, and he's like, where did you get this car? And I told him like it was a private seller. He's like, did you know that this car was actually written off and they repaired it, but it was very dodgy repairs and it's literally now falling apart. And I had paid like quite a bit of money on this car and I was so disappointed. But because it was a private seller, you don't have as many checks and they're not as reliable as if I had gone to a dealership. So that's some of the things that you have to look out for when you are buying privately versus from a dealership. A dealership does do more thorough checks. They will give you a bit of more like credible history about the vehicle, and if it was like a repairable write-off or things like that, like you will have things that will give you a little bit more assurance, and some of them offer warranties and stuff like that. So it is a safer option, however a more expensive option. And when it comes to privately sold versus car dealership, with privately owned sold vehicles, they usually take cash. So you would need to have the money on hand like before actually purchasing the vehicle, the full price of the vehicle, because it's a private like seller. They're not going to be offering you like payment terms or things like that. But when you go to a dealership, you can literally walk in there with no money and drive out with a car with very minimal deposit. I think I think there are some that could take no deposit, I believe, but there are some that can take like maybe like a $500 deposit or less, something like that. So you can walk away with a car if you don't have enough money. And this is mostly like, you know, for the benefit of people who are newly migrated to the country, and you just need to buy a car and you're not yet in a position to maybe have saved that amount of money. You can go to the dealership option. They can offer you payment terms and stuff like that. Of course, they do have things they check and stuff, but it might be a more, you know, doable option if you don't have that cash in your hand at that time. So those are the different options that are available. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please share whatever comments or questions you have in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.